What's going on, y'all? It's me coming at you again with another vid. All I can say is yes, yes, yes. Amir Mansour is finally going to get another crack at a good fight that should line himself in contention for the world title. And I'll get to that reason why I believe so. But his next opponent will be Dominic Breazeale. Now, this is kind of a unique situation because Breazeale was scheduled to fight Charles Martin, and then that fight got canceled last week because Charles Martin is going to go after the IBF title, in which the IBF had mandated that Charles fight Sars Glaskov or Gift Glaskov for the vacant title, and I hope that Martin wins that fight, and he's going to have to knock him out to even win. So that way we have the new IBF champion, and it backfires in Kathy Duva's face. And Amir Mansour, he was supposed to fight Arthur Spilka. That was supposed to go down last week, but of course that got called off because Spilka's going after Deontay Wilder for their January 16th bout, which is coming up next month, or I should say a few weeks. And what's kind of strange about that is that the Mansour and Breazeale fight is going to take place on the same date. And not only is it going to take place on the same date, it will be on the undercard of the Wilder and Spilka fight, which is going to go down at the Barclays Center in New York that night. So this should be very interesting because if they do put them two in the press conference for the pre-fight press conference or the, whatnot, I have a feeling that these two are going to be jabbing words at each other back and forth, man. And it should be interesting because, we all know that for a long while now, before Deontay Wilder became the world heavyweight champion, Wilder and Mansour has been going back and forth. They've been trading insults against each other for a while now. And the most recent one is where Wilder was fishing for an opponent, and Amir Mansour was reached out by the Wilder team, and according to him, he agreed to the terms that they were laid out, so that way he'd be lined up to fight Wilder for the world title on the very date. Okay. And then out of nowhere, they go behind Mansour's back and decided that they want to go after Shannon Briggs. And that's where prompt Mansour to get to put out a maybe a 21-second video dissing Deontay Wilder for doing that. All right. So with that said, this would be very interesting because I can't wait to see that go down. And I think that type of publicity, or I should say that type of excitement and in that type of jabbing that may go down at that pre-fight press conference is something that the heavyweight division really needs, to be honest with you. So we'll see how that turns out. But let me break this fight down so stylistically. So you have Mansour, who's 21-1 with a draw, which I think he got robbed from that draw, and that was against Charles Martin. I thought he won that fight. I know some people may say that, Washington may have won because he had pot shot or he just touched him and got out of the way, blah, blah, blah. But you have to understand that Washington didn't have no ring generalship in that fight. He did in the early rounds, maybe 3 to 4, 1, 2, and 3 or 4 rounds, I believe. But after that, he didn't press the action. He lost his aggression. He didn't commit on any of his punches. And, Mansour was a guy who was getting in. He was, throwing in some wicked body shots to try to wear down Washington. But, I felt that he was robbed. So, with that said, he is lined up for another another important fight, I should say. And if he does win, I think he should be in position to win to get a shot at Deontay Wilder. Again, I'll get to that in a sec. Let me talk about Dominic Breazeale here. He's 16-0 with 14 KOs. A prospect, by the way. 2 of those wins are decisions. One is against Fred Cassie, who, by the way, Mansour and Breazeale have in common with because they both beat Cassie. The only difference is Mansour knocked out Cassie in a very violent way to the point that I thought Cassie was in a coma. I was like, Jesus. Cassie was out for a good 2-3 minutes after he got knocked out, but that was very bad. And I'm surprised he was continued to fight after that. But should any knockout like that get in the guy's career? But I'm glad he was able to recover from that. And anyhow, Breazeale actually fought Cassie not too long ago, and it resulted in a unanimous decision. I think that was that was a ludicrous call right there, because I thought Cassie won that fight, to tell you the truth, because he had the good work rate. He fought the fight from the inside. He fought it from the outside. While Breazeale, on the other hand, he was looping his punches, man. He was just swinging them. They were way too wide, dude. It's like they hadn't. I mean, I know they were way too wide. He fought flat-footed and literally just, at the point when he was swinging them, he was just leaving himself wide open for Cassie to counter. I mean, Jesus, man. So, I mean, if he's going to win this fight against Mansour, he's got to learn how to shorten those punches, man. He can't be swinging wide like that, because Mansour is a guy that will eat that up, because he'll press that. All right, he'll be able to get inside if Dominic Breazeale fights like that. But anyhow, the one thing I noticed about Breazeale is that he likes to plant his feet a lot, which means that would explain why he throws those damn hooks, or the wild hooks, I should say, because he's committing on them and he loads up on them. I mean, to be fair, Mansour does that too. He likes to load up on his shots, but I think he learned a lesson from the Cunningham fight, where he was loading up way too much, where he actually controlled the fight early on, and he cut Cunningham in the second round. He knocked him down twice in the fifth round, where he was winning the fight, and then he faded after that. And of course, that knockdown in the last round of the fight cost him the fight. Where I thought that one judge had scored that fight 97-90 for Cunningham, which I thought that scoring card was way too off. I thought it was a lot closer to that, but anyhow, Cunningham was the right guy to get the decision, I believe. Mansour, he didn't really complain about it, but I mean, it is what it is. Other than that, I'm glad this fight is taking place, and let me explain why I believe this is a very important fight, and that if Mansour does win, and I hope he does, and he should be expected to win. If he does win, this should line up. That should put him in a perfect position for a title shot. And the reason why I say that is because I have a feeling that the Povetkin fight is not going to go down. I have a really bad feeling about that. If it doesn't go down in April between Wilder and Povetkin, then I think Mansour should be the next viable guy to get the shot. And the reason why I say that, because he is so good than what his rankings suggest otherwise. Okay, he's ranked number 26 in the world, which I find that very, very skewed. I think Mansour should be ranked in the top 15. I mean, look, the guy is still in great condition. He's he's still in his prime, even though he's been away from the ring for such a long period of time. He may be 43, but he's still in his prime, and he's still in great ring shape, and he's ready to go. All right. And another thing is too, if that Povetkin and Wilder fight don't go down, I don't want Wilder to go after a guy like Kiyotaro Fujimoto, who's ranked 15th by the WBC. Okay, because I seen this guy fight. I seen some of his highlights. The guy has no technique whatsoever. He's a very small heavyweight. I mean, Jesus Christ, he shouldn't even be competing in that damn division. I mean, I'm just being honest, man. I mean, if Wilder does choose to fight a guy like that, that really would kill his rep, and I just hope that he doesn't get to that point if that Povetkin fight doesn't go down. If I were you, Deontay Wilder, please, man, do not go after a guy like Kitaro Fujimoto. I mean, seriously, don't do it if you can't get the Povetkin fight in April. All right? At least go after a guy like Amir Mansour, because I think he deserved a shot, and he's more of a viable opponent than Kitaro Fujimoto. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. But at the same time, I gotta say that this is the level of recognition that the heavyweight division needs right now, because of fights like this. And this is going to be a damn good card coming up on January 16th on Showtime at the Barclays Center. So, anyhow, I'm picking Mansour to win this fight. I hope he doesn't get robbed again like he did in the Gerald Washington fight. So, other than that, let me know what you think. Do you think Mansour will be able to win this fight, or do you think Breazeale is going to have a chance to win it? So, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. Signing off. Share. Subscribe. Peace.